You work from the high ground, standing on the resume of the conference's top seed. The machine isn't malfunctioning. It just needs fresh ammo, rather than a total overhaul. Regarding upgrades, the backfield shows a massive gap in worth between veterans and rookies. Think about it. Selecting a runner on day one traps you in a contract, paying elite wages instantly. You pay before they earn it. The check clears before a single yard is gained, because that is how the rules are written. History proves rushing success relies on the blockers and the playbook, two things you already possess in spades. Why gamble top dollar on a maybe when the open market sells you a sure thing backed by tape? You buy a warrior proven to grind out yards, dissect coverages, secure the rock, and catch passes. The numbers suggest those veteran deals cost far less per year than a top rookie pick demands. Now stack that financial logic against the dominance of your front five. Your blindside protector shuts down the most dangerous headhunters in the game. Your pivot man allows zero heat, while the guards stop the pocket from crumbling inside. Runners need flow, depending on clear paths and steady lanes to explode through the hole. Denver's front line builds that ironclad foundation for you. You realize that even a capable veteran back transforms into an elite powerhouse in this setup. That is exactly where your value explodes exponentially. You are doing more than inking a roster spot. You are optimizing the entire ecosystem around that talent. Now you need to lock in on the vision for the future. When you restructure those core deals to open up the vault, it is not chaos. It is tactical brilliance. You are betting on the soldiers the franchise already believes in. These are the stars destined to see their journey through to the very end in Denver. Smoothing out the financial hit over time as the cap balloons across the league is never a gamble. It is cold, hard calculation. Saddle up, Broncos fans, because something is brewing in the shadows of Denver that the rest of the league hasn't even begun to comprehend. When the picture finally clears, the rest of the conference will kick themselves for not seeing it coming, because the math is undeniable. You see contracts structured with surgical precision and timing that is absolutely impeccable, because there is a plot twist nobody is discussing. Your Broncos possess far more than just standard room under the salary cap. You are looking at a hidden elasticity that could spark the most ferocious free agency assault witnessed in years. And the target? It might not be the name the draft pundits are obsessed with right now. But before I explain why this shifts the paradigm for Denver, smash that like button if you truly believe this franchise is constructing a juggernaut. And I want to see what you really have to say. Type this immediately. Go Broncos. My blood runs orange and blue. Let's test the strength of this loyalty, because this is where the narrative gets gripping. So let's dive right into the heart of it. Right now, your team sits on over $35 million in available space, which is enough to make waves at a critical spot. But here is the thrill. There is a concrete avenue for Denver to clear nearly $96 million in total cap room. That is right, $96 million. And you would not need to gut the roster or make excruciating cuts to get there. You simply restructure the deals of the proven warriors who are already locked in as the bedrock of this team's future. When you have an owner with deep pockets, you flip a salary into a signing bonus, pay the cash now, and spread the hit later. For instance, if a star is owed $16 million this season and has 4 years left, you can smooth that out to a mere $4 million a year against the cap. That freedom is massive. Apply that tactic across your core roster, and suddenly you switch from having wiggle room to commanding the entire free agency board. That is not just being competitive. That is being a predator. Here is why this matters. You hear the whispers about trading up for a running back, and sure, the hype is intoxicating. The draft always sells hope. But when you analyze rookie contracts in the first round, the math simply does not compute for a back. First-round selections come with slotted salaries that are sky-high. The league has proven repeatedly that ball carriers do not dictate the same premium value as an edge rusher, corner, or quarterback. You end up handing a rookie back top-tier money before he has even proven his worth on professional turf. Contrast that with free agency, where you can secure a battle-tested, productive runner for a fraction of the annual price tag. The financial projections display the difference in stark black and white. You could sign a veteran on a 4-year pact averaging between $9 million and $13 million annually. Compare that to shelling out over $20 million a year for a first-round rookie, and the equation fails. It is like ordering sides at a steakhouse. Sure, they taste good, but that is not why you sat down at the table. You demand maximum return on your investment. This is where your offensive line alters the entire landscape, because the analytics prove this unit is elite from top to bottom. You are talking about one of the premier left tackles in the game, a top-tier center, and guards who are absolute walls against pressure. There is no glaring Achilles heel. which is a unicorn in the modern NFL. That means any competent runner walking into this huddle is standing behind one of the most formidable units in the sport. So, if you are a marquee free agent back weighing your options, where would you choose to land? Do you want to run into a fog of doubt, or behind the fiercest line in football with a front office ready to stack the contract in your favor? That is what you call leverage. Factor in that Denver has locked down key coaching minds and added respected tactical experts, and you begin to recognize stability. You see a vision. You see a powerhouse that topped the conference last year and now holds the wallet to upgrade without breaking the foundation. This is not about making reckless splashes for the sake of headlines. It is about calculated aggression. Lock up your core for the long haul and manufacture cap flexibility. Then you strike in free agency at running back, exactly where the market value swings in your favor. This gets even more gripping because once you grasp the financial muscle Denver has built, you realize how tactical this offseason is about to get. You are not just signing a name and calling it a day. You are constructing a championship roster in layers. If you restructure the right deals and push that space toward the $96 million mark, you operate from power, not desperation. That shifts the negotiation table. That shifts the leverage. That changes the entire game. So think about it. If you go hunting for elite talent in the backfield, you aren't scraping for bargains or lowball offers. You aren't praying for a cheap handout. You craft a contract that strikes hard, plays it wise, and protects the franchise for years to come. Since backfield stars don't demand quarterback ransoms, the returns are massive, turning the draft into an arsenal rather than a lottery ticket. Rather than burning capital to climb the board for a rookie whose paycheck instantly rivals veterans, you avoid that trap. You avoid paying top dollar immediately, allowing you to sit back and strike at a high-value target in round one. This is where true dominance is built, securing the foundation of a modern powerhouse roster. You have to acknowledge the undeniable backbone of this operation, the men in the trenches. Every metric confirms this front five is absolute iron from tackle to tackle, keeping the heat non-existent. The wall holds firm with zero cracks, a rarity in a league where most squads hide at least one broken link. You don't have that problem, meaning a seasoned runner isn't fighting for his life the second he touches the ball. He glides through designed lanes, shielded by a fortress of blockers. He operates behind the league's most stable front, and when pros choose their next home, they know their career clock is ticking. They realize that consistent yardage is the only thing keeping them in the game. When you weigh a broken system against a franchise offering a clean pocket and cap freedom, the choice is automatic. You must respect the staff's stability, as you kept the brilliant minds that rivals were desperate to poach. That consistency screams to every athlete that this ship isn't sinking or searching for an identity. It is sharpening the blade, causing this offseason to feel rooted in power rather than desperation. You are looking at a juggernaut that stood tall as the undisputed king of the conference last year. Your architects master the cap, while owners happily write checks to clear space for heavy hitters. You possess a trench unit that is already championship ready, with a veteran market offering superior returns over unproven rookies. Your strategy practically writes itself. Sign a battle-tested runner, spend your draft picks on premium roles, and lock down your stars. Maintain the staff and storm into the new year, riding a wave of confidence, defining intelligent management. That is the blueprint for crafting a title contender while keeping your future assets safe. The lineup fits, the window is open, and now you simply have to pull the trigger. Zoom out and you see this vision extends far beyond a single spot on the depth chart. This defines how a savvy franchise dominates the curve, especially when you drill down into the data. You are under no pressure to make a desperate move, enjoying a rare tactical advantage. Holding over $35 million now and eyeing nearly $96 million later, you can pick your spots. You sit back while rivals sweat and burn cash, executing your plan with cold precision. That is how winners operate. Unlike the frantic clubs trying to patch holes in a panic,